Mark, being the main character, empowering through this shit with the power of plot armor, kept on choking Conquest. Pause and look at Conquest's face.
So realize he's not feared among all Viltrumites again.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Oh, what up? It's Amaj back here with another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a video by CJ the Champ. The video is going to be on Invincible beatdowns are brutal. Yeah, bro, if you ever took a look at this show, bro, the Invincible beatdowns are just something else. From like the first season down to season 5 right now. Jesus Christ. But season 5 has some of the most brutal ones in it. I thought the Conquest one was gonna be brutal, but I mean, well, the first Conquest one was gonna be brutal, but like season 5 overdid itself. We knew it was coming though. But before we get into this, don't forget to like, subscribe if you like my reactions, and if you're new here, like, maybe this video will win you over. Let's get into the video.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it has come to my attention that has had some pretty brutal beatdowns. Like, I'm talking blood all over the screen and guts literally getting dug out of. So since we are basically at the halfway point of this season, and at the halfway point till we do the first trial of the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy, today we're gonna go through some of these brutal beatdowns that have basically broke the internet. So without further ado, all right, so the first ass whooping we're gonna be breaking down is young Omni-Man getting jumped by his parents. Now this right here basically confirmed to everyone, if you
Jesus, this kind of like really overturned, like, you know, really getting to know the Viltrum Empire. We know these niggas was brutal, but like, we didn't know the parents were this fucking brutal, and this whole thing really kind of showed it.
You didn't think so already, that being born a Viltrumite is probably the worst fate you could ever ask for. Because this is without a doubt one of the craziest societies of all time. Like, we already knew that these crazy ass niggas had a whole great purge and half of their population was wiped out because of it. But now we learned that the kids weren't even safe. And to become a fully grown adult, you had to survive getting jumped by your parents. Now, let's take a look at this scene. Young Omni-Man, aka
so your parents could just end up killing you, and all they have to just worry about is just making another like son or even a potential daughter. That's fucking wild. They don't even give a shit about their own like fucking offspring. They just, I feel like the Viltrum Empire literally just has a kid because they're doing it for the Viltrum Empire, bro.
aka Nolan, was basically teaching a class to these kids about the history of Viltrum, and he decided to ask this little girl a question about the Great Purge. So she started stuttering and didn't know what to say. So this man Nolan walked up to her and put his hand on her head and said, "Think wisely about your answer, little nigga. You know what happens when you get one question wrong, right?" And he was dead ass about to crush her head into smithereens. And you would think that the other kids would be scared for her, but no, they were side-eyeing the hell out of her like, "You best not get that question wrong, bitch, or you're going."
That's crazy, being brainwashed from a kid to a whole adult. This kind of really shows it right here. They didn't even have like no sympathy for this little girl, bro.
Like that. So thank God she locked in and got the question right. But then I ain't gonna lie, this is the craziest part. Before he dismissed class, he told them, "Go find food and shelter if you can, and return here at sunrise ready for combat. Oh, and I almost forgot, at least 2 of you little niggas will die tomorrow. So you best come locked in or it's your ass." And then they just going with it like, "Sir, yes, sir." Like, dog, this is without a doubt the worst society to ever be born in. They don't even provide their own kids with food and a bed. They gotta find it themselves. The Viltrumites really said, "We don't do that weak ass child support shit. The child can support themselves." So right after Nolan was done teaching this class, both of his parents pulled up on him and straight up looked at him like, "Yeah, you know what today is, young blood?"
This nigga mother was on some different timing, bro. Like, we know one of our parents is always going to be hard on us. This nigga mother did not give no fucks about him, bro. Like, even if he probably did good, she didn't give a fuck.
It's your birthday, aka Initiation day, little nigga. So they full on bum rush Nolan and start beating the shit out of him. And bro, you could easily tell that out of both of the parents that this man's mama didn't have an ounce of love for him the way she was doing him. She straight up sliced him in the chest and ran her knee into this man's face. And this wasn't even her nastiest shot. She basically charged up this one punch all the way from the ground and put her whole body into it, making him cough up blood. Then while he was stunned and basically out of it, both his mom and his dad just start running his ass down. Nolan could not move. This nigga was stuck in a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite Death combo. Then his dad grabbed his head and gave him just a nasty headbutt. And that headbutt ended up leading to a black eye and a broken nose. So while Nolan looked like he was already on half HP, the mama just stared at him and was like, nah, nigga, this ain't enough, and decided to dash in and piece him up some more. Now, while Nolan was getting pieced up by his mama, he was finally able to fight back after having to stomp the ground and kick a stone into his mama's eye, then giving her a well-deserved right hook for being a deadbeat mom. But I want y'all to watch the daddy real quick. While the mom was flying back, the dad just slaps her to the side like a fly. These niggas don't.
That like literally solidified it for me. They doing it for the Viltrumite Empire. They don't give a fuck about each other. They just coming together to make an offspring. He swatted this bitch out the way, bro. It wasn't even just a push out the way. He just did that thing where you just do not give a fuck when you're in a whole anime. They just backhand your ass.
Don't even care about their spouses. They just think everyone is just a sack of meat. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't even married. They probably just decided to have a baby to fill the quota, and that's that. So Nolan rushes his dad down and throws a fist into his hand and starts to choke him. And it looks like the dad was pleased and was ready to end his initiation. But the mama came back and threw him into the stairs. And right when this happened, I knew she was coming back to collect that receipt for her eye getting messed up and also taking out her anger for the daddy slapping her ass to the side. So she starts stomping his face in, and when she got tired of stomping him out, she just started grounding, pounding, and wailing on him. Like, look at this dude, bro. He is done. This fight should be over. He's clearly had enough. But the mom just continued to beat the ever-living crap out of him until
she was literally trying to kill this nigga. If the dad didn't put her into this shit, bro, we wouldn't even have Nolan. We wouldn't even have Invincible today. Nigga, that nigga would have been dead. She was just stomping the fuck out of this nigga, bro.
Dad finally came over and told her, enough, shorty. He's had enough. And this is how you could tell that she really hated Nolan and his dad. Because after she beat the hell out of him, she straight up told them,
You're as pathetic as he is. I hope to never see either of you again.
Damn.
Not gonna lie, if I heard my own mother say this after she just finished stomping me out and beat me down to 1 HP on my birthday, I'ma be so real, I might just end it all. Cause I'd be sick to my damn stomach. Now I know why Nolan beat Mark's ass like that in season 1. Because if this was a parenting he was experiencing, then no wonder his parenting skills were ass. And this just reaffirmed to me again that being born a Viltrumite is in all honesty a fate worse than death. Brutality. All right, now that was our appetizer. Now it's time for the main event, the Conquest versus Mark rematch. Now this right here is without a doubt the most brutal fight we've seen yet. This fight actually had me so disgusted by the end of it that I had to look away. Cause
Nigga, this whole thing, bro, had me like, all I could deal with a ton of gore and shit, and like even like movies and shit, even cartoons and shit. But like this shit, the way Steven Yeun was acting like for Mark, like when he was just pulling, oh my god, the agony and the screams were just disturbing my head, bro. Like I feel like this scene was a bit much. Goddamn, it happened in the comic, but like we got this shit fully animated, and we got the voice actor actually sounding out this disturbing thing. Bro, I think I skipped that. I was skipping a little bit, but I'm like, yo, I was still going through the whole fight, but like, God, I had to speed run it a little bit.
Made the horrible mistake of eating my dinner while watching this, and I will probably never eat watching Invincible ever again because of this. So Satan's greatest soldier, Conquest, pulled back up to run the ones with Mark again. And you know, I gotta give a shout out to Cecil real quick for
Fucking
being the
idiot.
biggest dumbass of the century. Because we would not be getting this rematch if bro just did his job and disposed of the body like he should have. Like, you really thought this little ass cage was gonna hold this nigga? Like, holy shit, man. This is the most incompetent motherfucker in this damn series, bro. How did this guy get this job again? Like, honest question. Anyway.
He's like one of the smartest people and dumbest people at the same time, because he comes up with a lot of like plans that like would really get a person's mind kind of upset. I say he's a fast and logical thinker at times, but like even the smartest and logical people do the most stupidest things at times. Why would you keep a fucking Viltrumite that literally like fucking would have beat your strongest warrior on fucking Earth?
Anyways, bro. So the first person to attack Conquest was the biggest liability on the team, Oliver. So he flew up and immediately got a backhand to the face. That hit was probably so hard it probably gave Oliver PTSD from when Conquest dribbled him like a basketball. So Oliver tried to come in and hit him again with a barrage of fast punches, but all this was doing was giving Conquest a massage. Nigga was doing the same shit now Oyo was doing to Maki, just throwing pillows at him. So Conquest grabs Oliver by the head and tells him, "Oh, I remember you. You're the little purple squirt from before. Last I remembered, I was trying to rip your guts out. So let's continue from where we were last time, shall we?" So Conquest starts to crush Oliver's head, and he's about to pop his head like a balloon.
Man.
But J. Jonah Jameson himself comes in to save his sorry ass.
Bro, nigga, the way Oliver's character is written annoys the fuck out of me. I know he's like that in the comics too, but like, nigga, and I know he's a kid, but like, kids are really smart at times. They made him a dumb kid, a smart and dumb kid. He's too cocky, bro. They literally just told him like, "Oh yeah, Conquest is out of your league." And then they told him about Thrag. Thrag is out of your league. And then this nigga flies straight toward the nigga and ended up getting jaw blasted off. Fucking arm blasted off at the same time. This nigga's an idiot.
Son from getting his head crushed. So Omni-Man and Conquest started to box for a bit. But this nigga Mark immediately flew in and said, "Hands off, Dad. This fate is mine's and mine's alone." So Conquest looked at Mark and said, "Hey kid, how's your girlfriend? She doing all right? Oh, I can't wait to taste her fine ass blood one more time."
Nigga.
So the moment Mark heard Conquest talking about Eve, he just straight up flew directly at him and started viciously putting hands on this old nigga. Then he started to rain down multiple 6 to 12 elbows right into this man's face. Now while they continued to box, Oliver was running out of air because he wasn't used to holding his breath in space yet. So he had to fly down to the planet that they were close to so he could re-up on some oxygen. So Conquest saw Oliver flying down and told Mark, "Oh no, we can't let little purple squirt miss all the fun now, can we?" So Conquest gives Mark a nasty blow to the gut, then flies down to the planet to chase down Oliver. And this is where we see one of the most diabolical "he's behind me, isn't he" frames of all time. Conquest pulled up right behind Oliver.
Nigga, this was the moment I thought this nigga Oliver was about to get swatted out of the fucking like life. Bro, this whole like screen right here just became the most iconic ass fucking thing ever. We got the like little basketball thing, and with them about to dunk on his head, bro. We got everything coming out of this. Reanimations of this shit, trading their bodies. Like, nigga, I thought Oliver was done, honestly.
Cocked back and everything, looking like he's about to swat the half cockroach out of Oliver's soul. But Mark comes in to save Oliver right before he gets chased down, blocked by Conquest. So Mark's grand plan was to basically choke the life out of Conquest. This nigga was not gonna let go of the chokehold he had him in for the rest of the fight. He was fully committed to choking his ass out. So since Mark wouldn't let go, Conquest just started giving Mark multiple body shots. Bro was taking about 50 punches to his liver and 50 punches to his kidneys, while they were just flying around the planet and ragdolling themselves into the environment. So when they ended up slamming into the ground, Mark had the top mount, and it looked like he was trying to crush Conquest's neck and drive his whole body into the ground. But then Conquest lifted Mark up and slammed him into the ground, reversing the whole situation. So Conquest started giving Mark more kidney shots and liver shots. Then he started decking him in the face and bouncing his skull off the ground. But Mark was still hanging on to Conquest's neck while taking this beating. Like I said earlier, this nigga...
Bro, this nigga Mark was literally like hanging on for like dear life. He was not about to let this nigga go, bro. I give him props for that.
Mark was committed to choking the life out of Conquest's old ass. So Conquest picked up Mark and rammed him into this mountain. And he started to wail on Mark, just swinging punches into him over and over again. And I ain't gonna lie, this next sequence of punches Conquest did gave me back pain while watching this. He hit him with this 3-piece, and the last punch was so hard it warped his back. This man's rib cage just got eviscerated, and he may never walk straight ever again because it looks like his spine just got snapped in half right here. So they kept on ramming each other into all the surrounding rocks and mountains. And when they finally stopped, you can actually see the damage that Mark has done to Conquest because his face was now discolored and his eyes were bloodshot red because he hasn't.
Nigga, I'm not gonna lie, it looked like this nigga was dead already, bro. It looked like he was dead already, but like this nigga was still just beating the shit out of Mark's fucking rib cage, and then we about to see what was about to happen. He about to pop a hole through this nigga.
Been able to breathe at all because of Mark's persistent ass chokehold. Now this is when the fight just got nasty as hell, and the brutality just ramped up to another degree. Conquest had his nasty ass hand all up in Mark's face, so Mark turned damn near feral and bit this man's thumb off. And then after he bit his thumb off, he stood Conquest up, and you get this shot from Conquest's POV. You see this nigga Mark straight up spit his thumb out while making eye contact with him the whole time. He didn't even say a word, but you could tell what he was thinking just by the look he was giving him. Just straight up, I hate you nigga, let's die. So since Conquest was being pushed back, he had to use his ultimate move. The same one that sent Eve back to the lobby before she respawned. He ran
the whole move that's used by the Viltrum Empire, the karate chop pierce through your fucking torso.
His whole hand into Mark's body. Now this attack would probably end about 99.9% of people if they were hit by this. But Mark, being the main character and powering through this shit with the power of plot armor, kept on choking Conquest. Pause and look at Conquest's face right now. This man is actually stunned. You can actually see a little bit of fear on his face because he is now starting to realize that Mark...
Exactly. He realized Mark got that dog in him, and he also realized he's not feared among all Viltrumites again. We all remember that fucking speech, I'm so lonely. Bro, all the Viltrumites fear me. Like, nigga, didn't you fear Thrag, nigga?
Actually got that dog in him. So Mark slams him down and continues to choke the life out of Conquest. Now we're at the moment where I had to stop eating my dinner while watching this because this was the most disturbing and disgusting shit I think I've ever seen in an animated show. Conquest started to dig in this man's insides and rip out all of his internal organs and intestines. Now I'm censoring the hell out of this because YouTube would eviscerate this video and send it to the Shadow Realm if I actually showed this. Also, if you're eating while watching this,
I don't even think the regular Invincible show could even like put this on YouTube. Not that they would, but like they'll probably skip this part, but they probably get their channel clapped too.
I'm saving your ass right now because you could have ended up like me. My appetite was cooked after this and I did not hit my protein goals that day. My gains were not achieved because of this shit. But this goes on for like a solid minute. Mark was just screaming in pain while Conquest was running out of air and trying to dig Mark's insides out. But finally, after what felt like ages, the lights finally go out for Conquest and Mark slayed Satan's greatest soldier for a second time.
Jesus Christ.
Now I gotta stand up and give Mark his flowers here. Cause I won't lie, I give this man a hard time due to him getting his ass whooped and being left in critical condition in nearly 80 to 90% of his fights. But right here, I'll admit that Mark got that dog in him.
Bro, it always pissed me off. Like from like the first time I seen this show, the show centered around him. I'm like, when is this nigga go get his moment, bro? Like, when is he gonna start whooping ass? And now we starting to see it a little bit more, but like it kind of went back to what it was again because Thrag.
Because this was his best performance yet, even though he's in critical condition again. But I just know one thing for sure: when they get back to Earth, Cecil's ass better be getting stomped out, because you're not about to get away with this shit, nigga. Oh, no, bro. Brutality. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Jesus Christ, this was a good video by CJ the Chat, bro. But hey, like I said, it showcased the like Mark still always got that dog in him, and this literally proves Oliver's really one of the most stupidest characters in the show. I mean, well, stupidest and smart characters in the show, but luckily he got the Viltrumite DNA in his dumb ass to keep him alive. But nigga, that was a brutal ass fight, bro. Just to like really get into talking about that, man. A lot of people was like talking about the brutality, but they upped the ante on that shit, bro. Season 5 was overall 5 stars to me. This was a great ass fucking season, bro, to me. Everybody's characters was fleshed out. We got to the most exciting parts of the war, and can't wait to season 6 come out, well, next year. But if you guys want to see, wait, I said season. Wait, I mean season 4, I meant. My bad. But if you guys want to see more videos by me, like and subscribe, and go check out CJ Chan's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?